it was a novel which was addressed to the Malayali, obviously. So it had a lot of nostalgic elements about a person who goes to Delhi and also constantly reports and writes letters to people. People back home in Kerala are actually looking forward to hearing from the expat in Delhi. So the expat in Delhi was someone, though he may be occupying, or he may be a lowly worker back in Delhi. In Kerala, the person who is people in Kerala would be looking up to him, because he is in the capital. The location is important. He is in the capital, and he is going to tell them about what is happening in this great Indraprastha.
This character, Sahadevan, after each experience that he faces or he, deeply feels, he talks to himself.
Yes.
Did you notice that?
Yes.
He talks to himself. That's a soliloquy, as if, talking aloud, that thinking aloud, bringing out his thoughts in voice, not inside his head. So this is so inadvertently, or even for technical reasons or trade reasons, the soliloquy that you chose is I think more fitting than Gathagal. Gathagal is from the original author's point of view, narratives of Delhi like that. But soliloquy is the way the character Sahadevan is, soliloquizing, really.
Yes.
So that's good. So the third question to you is, theorists of translation studies insist that translator's text is an authentic work of the translator. Even copyright is assigned between the original author and the translator on a 50-50 basis most of the time. To what extent should you collaborate with the original author in translating a work? Can you describe the manner in which you proceeded with translating the novel? Can you narrate how you worked with Mr. Mukundan in a detailed way? How you accepted his suggestions or you rejected his suggestions. So you can be specific about it, where he went wrong, where he caught you on the wrong foot, something like that. Share with us.
Yeah.
This is a very active kind of thing.
This was a project which was suggested long time ago, but then I couldn't take it up. It was because of the insistence of Nandan that actually we just started it off. And Nandan did the first draft because I was also busy at that particular time. But he's quite a fast worker, so quite a fast translator. So he did the first draft, and he did it quite quickly and constantly. But what is important is that very important is that throughout the process, Mugundartan was there. We call him Mugundartan. Mugundartan was there, and Mugundartan was constantly engaged with the product. Once the first draft came out, he read it thoroughly, every little thing, and I edited. Then we were constantly editing between us, and then Mugundartan also put in a lot of effort. He read constantly. He was in touch with me as well as Nandan. So that way he was fully in it, 100% in it, because he was very particular that it should come out. It is a novel which is very dear to him, and he was very particular that it should come out in the right manner and also address the contemporary readers. In fact, we had a disagreement. We both talk about it all the time. So we had a disagreement at the beginning about not between. I was very particular that it is a big novel. So sometimes people don't read if it is a novel, a lengthy novel. So Mugundartan also wanted the novel to be read. So both of us felt that it was a novel which was addressed to the Malayali, obviously. So it had a lot of nostalgic elements about a person who goes to Delhi and also constantly reports and writes letters to people. People back home in Kerala are actually looking forward to hearing from the expat in Delhi. So the expat in Delhi was someone, though he may be occupying, or he may be a lowly worker back in Delhi. In Kerala, the person who is people in Kerala would be looking up to him, because he is in the capital. The location is important. He is in the capital, and he is going to tell them about what is happening in this great Indraprastha. So there are a lot of descriptions about Malayalis how they try to sort of replicate a Malayali community in Delhi, and also a lot of emphasis on the essentials aspects of food and sharing and things like that, which I felt was a little bit too much of descriptions, and I felt that we had to cut before we started translating. Nandan didn't agree. Nandan said that we had to leave it to the editor to do it. Even both of us felt that. Even Mugundartan was in agreement with me. So, but ultimately Nandan won, and Nandan did the translation the first, and the editor also refused to edit it out.
Okay, very good to know, because these are the details, that the audience would like to hear, because we all are translators here, so they
Sure.
The tricks of the trade, the secrets, all these things should be there.
If you've enjoyed the conversation that you just heard, do subscribe to our channel for much more.